Action. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily, but you can call me Em, and today we're filming, surprise, another camp video. I asked you guys asked me a bunch of questions a couple weeks ago on Instagram, and I'm going to be answering them along with telling you why you should apply to camp through Ccusa. Before we get started, if you have any questions about camp, Ccusa, or all of the above, send me a message on Instagram at Pamio, it'll be linked here, or comment on this video and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And yes, let's get straight into it. Okay, first things first, you can still apply to camp. Applications through Ccusa are open till the start of March, so you have plenty of time to get your application through, to pay your fees, to have your interviews and everything. And if you're looking to apply to the camp season for 2021, so next year, you can apply from June 1st of this year for that season. Somebody asked which agency to go through and why I chose Ccusa. So basically I chose them my first summer because I had seen lots of ads for them, and I'd also gone to an information session and I called them up and they were really helpful over the phone, so I thought I'd jump onto their intranet, which is called Footprints, and that's just where I applied straight away. It was actually my cousin who gave me the final push to apply because she wanted to go on a top tech tour, and I was like, well, I'm gonna go to camp, so let's do that and let's meet up in New York beforehand. And that just kind of tied everything together and how it all started. And I went through Ccusa because they are so friendly and they help out so much. I know I had so many questions my first couple of years, and I was always calling and emailing and they would just reply on the spot within the day. I felt so supported by them. They also have a pre-departure orientation meeting where the head of Ccusa in Australia, Snowy, gives you all this information about everything you can possibly have questions about for camp, to do with being in your cabin at night, what do you do if you're homesick, days off at camp, your insurance, your flights, absolutely everything. They cover it all. And your interview with Ccusa once you've done your application, but before you get placed at a camp, is so casual and fun. I know I love interviewing applicants, getting to know them and seeing where they end up at camp. Ccusa do an amazing job at placing you at a camp that's going to be perfect just for you. Speaking of getting your J1 visa, wait, I have notes on this. Yeah. Speaking of getting your J1 visa, you'll get your DS 2019 form, which is your sponsoring visa form from the agency Ccusa. And once you've been placed at a camp and you've confirmed your personal details on Footprints, then your form gets ordered, shipped to you at home, and it also comes with a bunch of instructions on how to apply for the J1 visa online. So once you've done that, you'll get your professional photos taken, you'll fill in all these details. It takes about 1 to 2 hours, and then you also have to pay an MRV fee, and then you'll book your visa appointment. So we have consulates in Melbourne, Sydney, and Perth. I'm America. They have US consulates in Melbourne, Sydney, and Perth. So if you're not from one of those states within Australia, you'll have to fly to one of those capital cities. If you're from the UK or Mexico or anywhere else around the world, there will also be consulates at a major city near you. The next step is actually going to that consulate interview. I recommend booking a really early morning session so you can be in and out in a jiffy. And it's about $105 US on the day. So what you'll do is you'll walk in, you'll wait in line, and then once you're up within the embassy, you'll talk to an agent who will make sure your photo is all good, and then you'll have your interview. Very casual, obviously present yourself, take all the important documents and your passport, your DS 2019 form, all your receipts from your online application that you'll need to show the interviewer, and then you'll pay a fee of $105 US. Then you'll head back to that same interviewer and then they'll confirm all your details and your J1 visa will be approved. Once that has happened, then they take your passport with you to put the J1 visa into, and they'll send it back to your house a couple weeks later. Someone asked about flights. With your flights, I've spoken about this in a couple other videos, but I would say to look at Google flights leading up to going to camp. So I'm already looking out, and even though I cannot book my flights until I know my exam dates, which is stressful, I do not recommend doing that. I recommend taking a gap year or deferring 1 or 2 semesters, just depending on your uni and work schedule. Also, someone asked if you can be an introvert and still go to camp. Of course you can. Camp is for everyone, and CCUSA will place you at a camp that is perfect for you. With some camps, the whole personality of the camp is really outgoing and go, go, go. Some camps are more on the quiet side, and just depending on the type of kids that are at your camp as well, you'll be hired on that basis. How long camps run for, at the shortest and the longest time. So I would say the shortest time a camp can run for is about 7 weeks, and the longest is about 13 weeks. Also with post-camp, they have different types of camps, so cheerleading camps, running groups, disability camps. Literally, there are so many different types of groups. Even school groups come in and they use the camp space with different kids for a couple of weeks. Some people also have their bar mitzvahs or weddings at camps, so it can go for a few weeks, even longer than that, but that's not compulsory. Your camp will speak to you about that during the summer if anyone is interested in staying on a bit longer. Do most camps have uniforms, or are they free dress? I would say it's about 50-50. My first camp that I worked at was a uniform, and it was so easy, just quickly get dressed in the morning and off you were to your activities. My camp that I go to at the moment, it's free dress, so I just wear something like this, just any activewear. My suitcase is about 3/4 activewear, 1/4 everything else that I need for the summer. So it's definitely a slight downside that I have to pack so much more, but I do love being able to wear whatever I want. But yeah, all camps are different. Just check out the camp website when they interview you, or they'll let you know during the interview once you get placed. Either or, just as good. What do I do for storage if you don't have enough space in your bunk? So your camp will always make sure that you have enough storage to put a reasonable amount of clothes. Do not take 17 jumpers like I did last year. I don't know why I did that. I didn't use them. The year before, it rained a lot during the summer, which was abnormal, so I thought it was going to rain a lot more this summer, but I think I ended up wearing like 4 of my jumpers. Yeah, pack reasonably. If you do need extra space, when you go to Walmart or into town, there will be stores, I'm sure you can buy some plastic drawers. But I definitely recommend doing that just at night before you go to bed, or wake up 5 minutes earlier in the morning and be more productive and fold your clothes. It makes things so much easier on laundry days and when you're trying to find different things to wear. In orientation week, it is so much fun. You meet so many different people. You play lots of icebreaker games. You try out all the different activities at camp. So you could be doing the ropes one night, you could be flying on the trapeze, could be doing the swim test, which is just about 6 to 8 laps of a 25-meter pool or lake. We have staff basketball games and just lots of bonding time in between there, free times, meeting your counselors that are going to be in the bunk with you, getting to know more things about your kids before they get there, and also you have lots of meetings about things to expect at camp. So what do you do if a kid's homesick? What do you do if you're feeling homesick? What to do in just basically any kind of situation, and just the day-to-day runnings of your camp. So when the kids should go to bed, when they have canteen, when you have lunch, what to do during rest hour, and when you have periods off. And yeah, orientation week is a lot of fun, and you should definitely look forward to that. When will we have time to book post-camp travels? So you can book post-camp travels with your friends at camp at night. So at most camps should be off at 9:30 p.m. or 9, depending if you're on duty or not. And you can head up to where there's Wi-Fi, and you can check out the national parks in Washington, in Colorado, going to Vegas, going to LA, New York, or anywhere. And you can book flights, accommodation, all those kind of things at that time. There is always time to talk to friends, talk to back home, and to book post-camp travel. This wasn't a question, but I think it's really important to familiarize yourself with the app TikTok. I didn't want to make one. My campers really roped me into it, but I'm glad that I did. I spent way too much time scrolling on there. I even made a TikTok with my cheerleading friends and with my sister. And look, I have no regrets. It's a lot of fun. Just, you know, learn the renegade dance. Like, your campers will love you for that. I don't know. I'm gonna stop now. Every summer there's a big trend. My first year it was dabbing, then it was flossing. This year it's definitely gonna be TikTok. The best parts about camp. I wrote these down because I can never decide what I actually want to say. So my favorite things are just being so active every day. I love sports. I love just running around and jumping everywhere. I love having a little camp family with my co-counselors and my campers, your division, and just everyone on camp. It's really like a community, and just being on a camp fest with everyone for 2 months is awesome. It's really a camp bubble, and you forget about everything in the outside world. It's unlike any other experience you'll ever have. Events at camp, so Girls Camp Olympics, color war, lip sync battle, talent shows, color war build. We did a fun house one year. We built a plane one year out of wood and paints and everything. It was really, really awesome. Like, I feel like at camp you really do things that you would never have done anywhere else, and camp is really good for providing the opportunity to get out of your comfort zone. I went to woodwork this year and I made a picture frame. I never thought I would do anything like that. So just a testament that you can do anything and you can just embrace every opportunity that's in front of you. Also, just wanted to mention completely randomly that my friends have been tagging me in this article that the Italian like emojis coming out, and I think it was just hilarious because I didn't realize that I do this so much when I talk, but apparently I do, and I'm finally getting the recognition that I deserve. Oh, okay, what's the next thing here? What to do leading up to camp? I would say about a month before camp, make lots of lists. So just write down things you need to buy, things you need to start packing and thinking about. And my must-haves from Walmart for camp. So my favorite thing I actually want to talk about is in this video is sun-in, and I can't find it for the life of me. I took it away with me when I went to Queensland and now I can't find it. But basically it goes in your hair, it's $3, and I don't know if you can tell, but my hair used to be very dark and it's lightened it a lot. I've also embraced my natural hair today. I think this is the first video that I've worn my hair natural. It's very, very curly. During the summer it buffs up. If you have curly hair, I recommend taking some product with you. Obviously you'll be washing your hair every day or every couple of days, and it gets very humid and very buffy. Take whatever works for you to hold your hair down. Otherwise, just settle like I do and pop it in braids for basically 7 weeks straight.
I have flown in my life in the 28 years that I've been on this planet.
I would say after go for camp for like 4 years and having absolutely no geographical knowledge about flying a plane, I'm gonna say, Daniel, that you have flown 11,000 miles in your life. I definitely recommend not booking any activities for post-camp travel until you've gone to camp and you've made friends, because everyone wants to travel together there. Then you can hit up some really fun places. So I want to show you my laptop. So up here I have camp, Yosemite, Glacier National Park, London, which I did not plan on going to, but there we go. Yellowstone, I found that in Glacier as well. Monument Valley in the Four Corners, Colorado, and Disney. Stickers are really fun when you're on your road trip or hopping around hotels, wherever you go in the US. Definitely get stickers because they're some of my favorite mementos, and I feel like they just really represent what that place was like to me. Yellowstone, this was actually on the back of our RV. This is called the Grand Prismatic Spring. So I thought I would buy that sticker because it represented our RV as well as Yellowstone, which is one of my favorite places that I got to see. Even though I would not be able to choose what my favorite place is, I just highly, highly recommend going to as many national parks as possible. Thank you so much for watching this video today. If you have any more questions about camp or applying to camp, why you should go, please send me a DM on Instagram or comment down below. I always reply because I know exactly how you're feeling right now. If you're not convinced about going to camp yet, do it. Trust me, just do it. Yeah, that is everything for today. If you have any more questions about Ccusa and applying through your agency, I'll link that down below. My Instagram's linked down below, and I hope you have an amazing summer. My next video will most likely be my summer 2020 video, and I have about 135 days before I head to camp, and I couldn't be any more excited. Yeah, and that's everything from me. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.